Hi guys. Well, I'm going to share an area here with you that we're coming up on the Oklahoma Panhandle. It's really pretty here. This is called the original name was Shining Mountains, and hopefully I'll be able to show you why. And then they changed it to Glass Mountains. And then a map maker made a mistake and misspelled it from glass to gloss, and gloss stuck. So sometimes we call it gloss, sometimes we call it glass. Anyway, and I'm squinting because it's very sunny. It's kind of chilly here, about 60 degrees, but that's this time of year. Anyway, I'm going to show you around. Very pretty here. It's a state park, not much to do, no camping. There is a bathroom. It's on Highway 412. I think the name of the town is Florence, Oklahoma, but no, that doesn't sound right. But it is east of Woodward, Oklahoma, and west of Enid. Anyway, I'm going to try to show you around here. Show you, it's just beautiful. Red hills, and every now and then you'll see a sparkle in the hills, and that's why they call it glass. I think it's called selenite that's in the mountain. I'm just going to pan around and show you the red hills. A lot of red hills here in Oklahoma. There's hiking trails. This driveway leads down to the picnic area, and it's just a couple picnic tables and some hiking trails. My kids have gone up to the top of those. Anyway, here's the sign at the entrance, and it's just dawn to dusk. I really don't know too much about. I've never seen a ranger here, but that's not saying they're not here. And this goes on for miles and miles. You can kind of see back in there. I think it said it's only 150 to 200 feet tall, but high. But there are a lot of beautiful red bluffs, cedar trees. And so it's really pretty to drive through, but at the same time, it's a pain to drive through because it is so hilly. And for those of you that aren't familiar with mountains, these aren't the real mountains, but they are very, very pretty. I love the red dirt. Here's some of the signs. If you want to pause and read. Just north of here, there's a place called Salt Plain. And it's one of these days I hope we'll take you there and show you the Great Salt Plain. You can dig salt crystals there. And no matter how many times I've dug those crystals, it's very fascinating. Got a lot of cool things here in this area, southwest Kansas, in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Panhandle. As we're driving home, I'm going to show you some of the winding hills and stuff that go through Oklahoma. And yes, the main thing to be worried about is, other than all the cactus, is the rattlesnakes. Hey guys, just disregard any bug splatters. We cleaned the windshield, but oh well, there's bugs out here. I wanted to show you what it looked like driving down the highway, the Glass Mountains. It just fascinates me. You can see all the different layers of, I don't know what it's called. I'm not a geologist, but the red and white, all the different, you look out. This is probably pasture that people have their cattle on. And that's what most people around here run, is cattle. When we go across the Oklahoma Panhandle, I'm going to show you some really big ranches. Whoop. That was a bump, so I don't know if we're going to use this video. Okay guys, here we are going along, still driving through the Glass Mountains. Yes, it's a little bumpy. I think they're just beautiful. The sun's not hitting them just right to where you can see the sparkly whatever it is that's in it that makes it sparkle. but every now you can see it. I think it's called selenite, something like that. But it goes on, they go on for several miles, and they just pop up. I mean, we'll be going flat land, and then we come through this little stretch of mountains here. Anyway, most of what's in here is cattle. These are ranches. Most people around here, there's another bumpy bridge. Most people around here run cattle on their ranches. And when we go through the panhandles, I'm going to show you some huge ranches. Okay, I just wanted to show you, we've probably only gone maybe 5 to 10 miles, not very far. And we're just about out of the Glass Mountains. And this is how it goes. You'll just be flat, driving along, and it's flat, and all of a sudden these just jut up. And that's what makes it so pretty to drive along in here. Because trust me, miles and miles of flat pasture land is pretty, but after a while, not much to look at. The old farmer was also telling me that a lot of these wells out here aren't just oil wells, they're gas wells. In other words, natural gas. We got a lot of friends and family that work in the oil gas industry. Our son's in the oil industry, and my dad was also in the gas industry. So there's a lot of that in this area. Hey guys, we're coming into Gate, Oklahoma, the gateway to the panhandle of Oklahoma. And it's an interesting story where this town got its name. There used to be, what'd you call it, a drift fence? A drift fence. And it ran east and west? Oh, north and south. Okay, north and south to keep the cattle in. And at the entrance coming into town, there used to be a gate. And that was way back in the late 1800s. And so they called it Gate, Oklahoma. And in a little bit, I'm going to show you, in a little bit, I'll show you more of the hills and stuff and these bigger pastures, these big open ranges. All right, I'm going to try to show you the rolling hills and some of these huge ranches down here. This road is pretty bumpy. We're going along the Oklahoma Panhandle. Yeah, we can't do this. I don't think it's going to turn out very good driving 70 miles an hour. So I'll try to pull over and get y'all a better picture.